Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to math. So yesterday, we went over what input and output tables were. Today, we are still continuing with our lesson on that and doing practicing. So I'm going to start off with reading our learning target for today, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get started. I can represent real-world relationships using number pairs in a table and verbal descriptions. So, as you can already see, we're going to be working with tables again, understanding input and output, all right? And you're going to notice, like on the other side of this, that we're also going to be using descriptive words to kind of help us find out what the rule is of these tables. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it, starting with number 1. The table below shows the total number of legs for different number of ants. Okay. So like I said yesterday, this is our input table, what we start with, and this is our output table, what we end up with after the rule, okay? So with 1 ant, there are 6 legs. With 2 ants, there are 12 legs. With 3 ants, there are 18 legs. And then, it jumps all the way to 7. So boys and girls, remember, I said yesterday, it's not always going to go in sequential order, meaning in actual number order, okay? Sometimes it's going to jump around because they're going to try and confuse you. Don't let that, okay? So we have to find the rule. And the rule with our table is, are we multiplying these numbers to get our answers over here? Or are we adding these numbers to get these answers? Or are we dividing these numbers to get to our final answer? Okay, so my trick, always start with multiplication if you know that when you start off with a small number and you get a big number. Okay, always start with multiplication. That's always my rule. So we're going to start with multiplication and let's see if it even works. Because remember, boys and girls, the rule is if we can't multiply by whatever number throughout the entire table, that rule does not work and we can't use it because it has to work for every single number, all right? So let's just try multiplication. So 1 times what would equal 6? 6. All right, let's see if this rule fits with our second one. 2 times 6 equals 12. That is correct. 3 times 6 equals 18. Well, that is correct. Because all these work, we can use this for our last one to find out our missing number. So 7 times 6 equals our missing number. Now, what is the total number of legs that 7 ants will have? So we have 56, 42, 59, 49. Now, boys and girls, again, as I say with every video and with every comment that I say on Schoology, you have to have these multiplication facts memorized, or else it's going to be very hard and going to take you longer to solve these problems. But if you don't, that is okay. There are other strategies that you can use. So with this one, I'm just going to be easily draw 7 circles. So right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and put 6 in each one. Well, I'm just going to write 6, make it faster. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. All right. 6 plus 6 is 12. So I have 12 here. Another 6 plus 6 is 12. Another 6 plus 6 is 12. And then a 6. Okay. So 2, 4, 6. Hey, 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our answer is, our missing number is 42. Now remember, we have to find our rule first, and then we can solve to find our missing piece. So that means 2 steps, boys and girls. And notice how I showed all my work to help find the answer. I expect you to do the same thing on your work as well. Yes, we are virtual, but I want to see your work because if you make a mistake, I'm not going to be able to help you. And I need to be able to see your work so I can help guide you where if you made a mistake, okay? All right, now we're going to go to question 2. All right, let's scooch this up. All right. There are 4 quarters in a basketball game, yes. Which table correctly shows the number of quarters in 4, 6, and 9 basketball games? Okay, now remember, boys and girls, yesterday in our vocabulary, it stated that we're not always going to be starting with number 1. So this is a little bit challenging for us, but hey, that's okay. We still just need to find our rule and see which one matches the correct rule, okay? So we're going to just start with A and see what happens. And again, notice the pattern. Are we going from small to big or big to small? Because this is our input, what we're starting with, and that's our output. Well, we're starting with low numbers and going to bigger ones. So I'm just going to do multiplication just to make it easy on myself. So 4 times what number would get us 16? 4 times 4. Okay, all right. Well, let's see if the rule times 4 works for these two. So 6 times 4 equals 24. That is correct. And then we have 9 times 4, which is 36. That is correct. That could be our answer. Let's double check our other work, though, okay? We're not always going to pick the first one right away. We've got to double check because we might get tricked. 4 times 3. Okay, yeah, 4 times 3. So 4 times 3 equals 12, okay. 6 times 3 equals 18, that is true. And then 9 times 3 equals 21? No, that is actually not correct. Because if we were to check over here, if we were going to add 9 3 times, 9 plus 9, which is 18. 18, oh, wait a minute, or is that true? 18, well, I guess it is true. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I guess that is true. My bad. See, even adults make mistakes. So that is true. Okay. So then let's go. Can 4 times, so 4 times anything can't make 11, right? No. So then let's see. 4 plus, let's try plus. 4 plus 4 plus 9, no, 8, 7. So let's try 7. So 4 plus 7 makes 11, which that is true. But does 6 plus 7 equal 22? No, the patterns don't make sense. So that's why C is definitely not going to work. However, A and B's rules fit and match the numbers. But we need to go back into the word problem and use our clue number to kind of help us. Okay? So there are 4 quarters in a basketball game. Okay. Does A have the rule of 4 or does B have the rule of 4? A has the rule of 4. So this number right here was your clue that will lead us to the correct answer. Okay. All right, yeah, 9 times 3, yeah, 21, yeah. All right, so that is our correct answer. Okay. No, 9 times 3 is not 21, it's 27. Yeah, it's 27, so that does not make any sense. All right, anyway, A is our answer. We're good. I made a mistake, but no worries. Okay. Oh, because I did 3. It was supposed to be 9. Oh, my goodness. I made a mistake. Yeah, I was supposed to add 9, not 3. So B obviously was not our choice, but A was. Okay. All right, moving on. All right, now we're getting into a problem that's a little bit different from what we're used to. But we are still using the same strategies. While walking on a hike, Mrs. Manabusin saw some spiders. The table below shows the number of spiders that she saw and the number of legs that she counted on the spiders. So we have number of spiders, so 1, 3, question, and 9. So that's going to be our input, what we started with, and then our output. Number of legs on each spider. So we know 1 spider has 8 legs. 3 spiders has 24 legs. We don't know how many spiders there are, but there are 48 legs. And then we have 9 spiders have 72 legs. Now, as you can see, this is in our written form. So it's a written explanation of what the rule is. So we need to go through each one to see which one makes sense. So do we need to add
it says add 8 legs to 2 spiders. Huh? One spider has 8 legs. So then add 8 legs to 2 spiders? That doesn't really make any sense now, does it? Not really. So we'll just cross that off right now. Subtract 8 spiders from 48 legs. That's not our rule. That doesn't look right. Do subtraction? That doesn't look right. So we're not going to do that one. So are we going to divide 48 legs by 8 legs? Well, we could. Let's see if the pattern works. So if we divide 8 by 8, would that get us 1? 1 times 8 equals 8. It could, but let's see if the pattern works. So 24 divided by 8 equals 3. Okay, could work. So 72 divided by 8 equals 9. That could work. We'll put a check mark by that just to make sure. Because then this says divide 48 legs by 8. I think that there was a typo and it should have been written in a different way, because divide 48 by 8 legs is the correct answer, boys and girls. Because if we did 48 divided by 8, we would then find our missing answer, which would be 6. 6 spiders have 48 legs. So we'll just say that that is our answer, okay? And we'll just cross that up because it wasn't really a complete answer choice anyway, but that's all right. All right, boys and girls. Well, if you need to rewatch this video again, please do so. And yes, I do apologize that I made a little error on the second question with the multiplication, but we still ended up with the correct answer, and that is what matters, right? Right. So, with that being said, boys and girls, please go back into Schoology and complete today's assignment. For today, actually, the independent portion is for a grade, so make sure that you read the questions carefully and do your best, all right? And if you have any questions before you take the quiz, please make sure that you join me, Mrs. Strasbaugh, at 9 a.m. for questions. It's been a pleasure teaching you this morning, and I will talk to you later. Bye!